channel. Today we are doing something a little bit different just in time for the holiday season. Many of us want to spruce up our homes, make it more warm and cozy. So that's what we're going to do today. So today we're going to take some old vases and make them new again, or just give them a new vibe. This is an example of one of the things that I painted. I kind of want to make them look a little rustic or old, and so that's kind of what I did with this one. Probably doesn't look too old, but if you look up close, it has a little bit of texture, and then I just changed the color. The natural color is on the bottom of this, and so I just changed the color to a brighter tone. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for this fall and winter. So we just have to do that for the rest of these, and I'm going to show you how. Alright, some things you'll need are paintbrushes or paintbrush sponges. I just got these from Hobby Lobby. This whole pack was $4.49, and if you know Hobby Lobby, it was probably 50% off. So give or take, you'll spend like $2 to $5 on a good pack, and they're pretty disposable. So I found these to work better for this type of project, but you do what works for you. So I use the sponge brushes. I also have a couple of disposable cups that I'm going to use to mix the paint in. I got some paint of my choice, also from Hobby Lobby. And then we're also going to need some baking powder or baking soda. Now I've seen people use baking soda as well. I only had baking powder, so that's what I used, and it got the job done. You also need something that just won't make a huge mess on your table or whatever you're going to be working off of. I just used the wrapping paper from some of the vases, and I just put it down on the surface. And then you also need your vases. Alright, so let's get to it. So I'm going for more muted, soft, like white or off-white tones, nudes, and then I'm also going to add some hints of black and red around the house. I'm not going to paint any of the vases red, but I am going to paint maybe one or two black. So let's do it. First thing you want to do is get you a nice cup or anything just to put the paint in that you don't care gets messed up. So I just have these black plastic cups. So let's see, I think I'm going to do black first. I'm going to paint one of the bigger guys. So I think I'll do black first. Now some people sand down their glass, or there's a bunch of different ways that you can accomplish this look. But this is the way I do it. I do not sand. Also, you guys are probably like, well, why do you have baking soda? The baking soda adds more texture, and it kind of thickens up the paint, and it gives me the look I'm going for. You kind of see as I begin to paint. But it just makes it a little thicker, more texturized. Gives it like an old rustic type feel. So that's why we use the baking soda or baking powder. Alright. So I got my paint in there. Now I'm just going to pour. I don't have measurements. I kind of just do what I feel. If it feels like it's getting too thick, I'll add more paint. Also note that it gets thicker as time goes on, so you may have to adjust accordingly as time goes on. So I'm just pouring maybe like half the amount that I have paint inside of there, and I'm just going to give it a nice good stir. You want to make sure it's stirred really, really, really well. Now I haven't used the baking powder in darker colors, so I'm really interested to see how it's going to mix. As I'm mixing, I'm realizing that I need some more paint, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more paint to it. I think this is a good texture, so you see it's not runny. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. None of these vases are new. I kind of wanted to save money. And also it's just like I don't always find what I'm looking for in stores. So I was like, this is perfect. Just do a little DIY. I'm an arts and craft person, so it was perfect. You can pretty much add this on anything. I think I might do the same type of thing on some pumpkins. I have these plastic pumpkins sitting around, and I think it'd be cool to kind of see how it does on those. So I'm gonna go ahead and start painting. You just kind of just dive in, like just do it. I'm also nervous because I don't know how. Oh, it's going on pretty well. I wasn't sure how it would react, the paint would react to the grooves in this particular vase, but so far so good. So because this is a black paint or darker colored paint going on a somewhat translucent base, I won't need a ton of coats, but I'm probably gonna put 2 on here just to give added texture. Also, don't be stingy with the paint. That's what I've learned also. It's okay to rub globs on there, you know. This also allows room for more improvement on them. Like if you decide in a couple of months that you want to change up the color, I mean, I'm sure you can probably paint over this paint job as well. Or, you know, I don't know. It's up to you. You can try it. I haven't tried it, but I'm not seeing any reason why it wouldn't work. So you try it. You let me know how it worked out for you if you've done it before. I first came across this on, I think I was just seeing a couple of people on YouTube doing this, and I was like, this is such a good idea. I kind of had already thought about the idea at first, just painting over vases that I already had, but just, I wanted it to not just be a flat paint. I wanted to add some texture to it. So it's like a new trend going around, I would say. Just with the baking soda and baking powder, just adding the texture to the vase to give it a different kind of rustic farmhouse type of vibe. Let me know down below, like, what are you the type of home decorator where you're like going all out with colors and things like that for the holidays? Like, when Christmas comes, are you strictly like red, green, glitter everywhere, snow everywhere, or what's like your vibe? Or does it like depend? Let me know. I'm interested to hear. I've never been like a heavy holiday season decorator. I would say the most I've decorated close to the holiday is probably like with pumpkins during fall or Thanksgiving, but other than that, and besides like a Christmas tree, I don't really, you can't really tell as much. I do like to switch up the colors because some colors just give me a different vibe. Some colors put me in the Christmas mood or just make it a little more warmer here during those cold winter months. So that's what I typically do. So this is usually around the time where I'm doing that. And so that's what I'm doing. All right, so as this is drying, I'm gonna give it a few minutes, probably like 10 minutes to let it dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys the technique that I use to give it a little bit more texture. So until then, I think I'm gonna paint some more vases. Some more. I'm gonna experiment a little bit. I'm gonna add a little more baking powder. I want to see how it does when it's like super thick. Also, if I mess up, oh well, because I didn't buy these. So, well, these are old vases. So look how much thicker that is compared to the last one. All right, let's see. Whoa. I like it though. This one's definitely gonna need 2 coats, but that's okay. So I'm realizing that this technique that I'm doing, just the patting it, is actually making it going a lot thicker, and it's adding the texture without the, I don't think I'll need to do a second coat, we'll see. But yeah, I'm just kind of like patting it like this. And it's getting inside of the grooves, so not bad. Alright, so these are the final finishing touches of the vases I just painted. I am in love with how they came out. I'm super grateful that I did this. I saved some money. I spent maybe about $15 total on paint and the brushes. So overall, a great deal. I hope that you enjoyed this as well and that you can find this useful and that you even implement it maybe this season or next season, whenever you choose to. I'd love to hear about it and see it. So comment below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be posting more DIYs. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.